Hi everyone, I had just got out of this estate sale and oh my gosh, I found bargains. Some of it I thought she was pricing higher, but in the end, when it was all said and done, I spent $125 on a bunch of costume vintage jewelry and a whole box of new jewelry with Swarovski crystals, which I can't pronounce that right. And I got a quilt. I did pay $25 extra for a quilt that was vintage, and it was about a full size, probably. And oh my gosh, all kinds of figurines. I got a Panther light, which was really cool. I got a whole bunch of knitting books. As you can see, oh no, you can't see it very well. And oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. I spent 125. I made a deal with her, and 25 more for the quilt. So it was a good estate sale, and nobody was there because they didn't even have signs out. It was on Facebook the night before, but that's it. It was not advertised very well at all. I was in there by myself almost the whole time. So I'm very excited. I'll share the haul with you when I get home. Well, as you can see, I came out with nothing this time. Everything just seems so high priced, especially when you compare it to going to yard sales. So I went to the estate sale and I came home and I sorted all the jewelry because I was so excited to go through it and see what I all had. So half of the stuff she had already sorted. This was one half that was all newer jewelry or stuff that had never been worn. Like, for example, this piece right here was from Kohl's, and it was $50 originally. And this piece, these earrings, were from Kohl's as well. They're genuine crystal. They were $50 originally. This one says $22.50 originally. These, I'm not familiar with this brand, but there's the Swarovski crystals. I can't pronounce it. Then we have these metals, which I'm going to look up, and there's some miscellaneous stuff here. This was interesting. Let me flip it over for you. It has a symbol in the middle. It says Loom on that brooch. And then this has like a moose head on it. And this has, it looks like the Olympics, but I don't think that's what it is, with the moose in the middle. Then it moves over to the vintage stuff, and this little enamel lady was in there, which I think is adorable. Here's some more pieces that were new in the box. Pretty earrings. And an angel bracelet. And this necklace is so pretty. It has pretty stones on it. And then some of the vintage jewelry, there wasn't a whole lot that looked like it was worth much, but there was still some interesting pieces, like these roses, these pretty Aurora Borealis rhinestones. And then also these little crab, they're pins or brooches. They were in there in this lobster ring, but it's an adjustable one, so I'm sure it's just a costume jewelry. And then this one is a little Mexican hat and earrings, and this is a brooch. I think I'm going to test that for silver. I'm pretty sure it is. There was some religious medals, and then there was a lot of beaded necklaces, and a bunch of earrings, which I didn't see anything worth a whole lot. And this was an interesting necklace and earrings. But that is about the extent of the jewelry. I paid about $50 to $60 for it. I talked her down at the end on the whole lot, so I would say I paid about $60 for all the jewelry. And next I'm going to show you what else we got from this estate sale. Okay, so I showed you what I got as far as jewelry goes, but the other half of the order at the estate sale was all hard goods. So let's get started on what I got. I got these cute little cherry glasses. They're vintage, obviously, and there was 6 of them in a pack. And all of this was thrown into a lot price, so it's kind of hard for me to tell you exact pricing on it, but I can give you an estimate. Most of it was under $5. So this I know was under $5, maybe about $3. Then I got these cute little castle films. They're little. They're really little. They're maybe 3 inches. And they're little cartoons. I thought them were different. I've never seen them before. And then we've all seen these aluminum cups that we've used in the 70s. Okay, maybe at least I used them back in the 70s. But she had a whole stack of them, so I bought all of them. And then these little pony pals are soaps. I just love the advertising on the box. But they're still intact. They're kind of a little bit rough looking, but they're still, it's just something unique, very different. And I got 2 vintage purses again because I can't pass them up. I think I paid $2 a piece for them. And then we got these socks for sock monkeys. These are dirty. I think I'm going to throw them in the washer and hopefully that stuff comes out. But 4 of them, I'll just sell them probably all together. And this little Mary water fountain. I can usually sell religious stuff fairly fast. It doesn't go for real high priced unless it's statues, which sell for maybe 34 to 45, somewhere around there. But this little Mary statue, our water fountain, holy water fountain, is probably going to sell for 15, but I know I sell that stuff fast, so I can't pass it up. And then this was a little makeup case by Richard Hudnut, which I've never heard of. I'll have to look that up. It has a cute little lipstick case, I think, and a mirror. And I thought that was really adorable. I couldn't pass that up. So probably $1 I paid for it. And these Canon photo papers, never pass them up because I can either sell them by themselves or I can throw them in with a machine if I get a machine. And here's the Panther Lamp. He's cool. And he has a light in the back here. He does have one chip on him. Right there. If I clean him up, I could probably color that in with black marker and disclose that on the listing for sure. And see if somebody'd be interested even with the chip. Then I found all these knitting books, Granny Squares, and how to stitch, how to knit, learn to knit, the Big Book of Knitting, Crocheting Afghans. I have to look them up, but I'm probably sell some of it together. All the knitting stuff I might sell together. And all of these are patterns. So I'm going to have to open them up, take a look, and see if I can sort them and maybe sell some together. Then we have this little grapevine guy, which I was told that he is older than the past 2 times that they came out with grapevines, which I'm not real familiar with all that, but the tag is kind of wore. It doesn't say any name brand on it. It just says new polyester, made in maybe Korea, but he's pretty cool. If you're familiar with the Heard It Through the Grapevine guys. And then this was one of my favorite purchases of the day. She had all these ornaments mixed in with all different sorts of newer Christmas stuff, but I dug out all the vintage ones that I could find, and I think I paid $5 for this whole bag, but it was a pretty good deal. There's some different shaped ones like that one. Pretty happy with them. Then I got this little donkey planter. He's cute. I think he is made in Japan, yes. And then the Santa is definitely vintage. He's a little shelf sitter. And the little elf guy. And this other cute little elf. Oops. Oh, he's got a clip on the back. Not sure what that's about. He holds maybe a greeting card. That's my guess. He's so cute. Then I also got this Onyx Bookend. It's fairly big. It's like maybe 10, 11 inches tall. And he's heavy. And then this beautiful little, I think it's silver tray. With all this filigree design on it. And it's see-through, it's a glass, and it has the doily in the middle. It needs a good cleaning, but other than that, I think I'll sell that easily. Then I found this little prayer book combo, and it snaps together. I think what you do is put it in your pocket, so if you ever need to get it out and pray, it says, "For my safeguard." And then I found this TomTom, and I talked to the owners about it, and they said they used it one time to get from the destination they were at to this new house, and they never used it again. So it's almost like brand new. Let's open it up and show you. It is open, obviously, they used it. got the instructions with it. Looks to be in really good shape and seems like everything's in here, as far as I know. Looks like everything's in there. So this I'll probably be able to sell for around $35 to $45. I have to look them up for sure. But then here's the quilt that I got, and it is really pretty. You can see it's hand stitched because the stitches are not very consistent. It is a printed on design, so she did not piece it, but she did piece from the yellow to the printed material, as you can see. But it's very pretty. It's about a full size. I paid $25 for that. So overall, I paid $150 including the quilt and all that jewelry. So I think I did a pretty good job today at one estate sale. I think I was done after that. So hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some ideas of what you can look for, and have a great day. So I went to a yard sale as well, and I didn't find a whole lot at these yard sales, but I did come home with a couple things. I was trying to keep myself from overspending because I really do have a lot of stuff at the moment. So I found these Christmas lights for $2. I think I should be able to get maybe 16 to 18 out of them. I also found this Estee Lauder perfume set for $2. And she said she'd never used it. So I think they're full. And it has 3 different kinds of perfume in it. Beautiful, Intuition, and Pleasures. Something Pleasures. And then I found these shoes at the same yard sale as the light bulbs for free. She said she wore them one time. They're a White Rose brand. They're not a real popular brand, but they're in really good shape and hardly wore. Then I also found this Adidas jacket that is really soft. You can just feel the quality of it. It's very, very nice. And it was in a size large. Then I also found at the same yard sale these 3 pairs of jeans. They're all silver jeans. And they're in really good shape. And I paid $2 a piece for them. Again, I'm not real big on buying jeans at the moment unless it's a really, really good brand. But for $2, I couldn't pass them up. Normally you see these jeans out there priced at $5 at a yard sale at the minimum. And at the thrift stores, they're at least 8 to 10, if not more. So I couldn't pass them up. I will give them a try. You can see the bottoms of them are kind of wore, but I think that's kind of how a lot of them are. So that's it for this weekend.